What's up, guys? I'm going to try to recreate one of my favorite dishes from one of my favorite restaurants. See right here. And we'll see how it goes.
So we're going to start with the first of the three components we have to make, the tomato jam. Probably takes the longest, but most of it's handoff. So I'm going to cut this hot pepper. Typically, from the recipe I saw, it uses jalapenos, but I got hot pepper from my grandma, so I'm just going to use this up. I'm going to de-seed it, cut it up into little chunks, put it in a pot. Then, of course, the tomatoes, because it is tomato jam, of course. Cut them all up into bite-sized pieces. I say I just quartered them, make it easy. It's going to reduce down and cook down anyway. And then finally, mince up some garlic. So even though it's a jam, it's actually, I would say, a savory one. It is sweet. It has a lot of savory umami components from the tomatoes, so pretty tasty. And I think it goes well with all the components. How close I get it to the actual restaurant? This is a different story. I think I can adjust and play around with it a bit. But if I ever get even close, I'll definitely try to report back. So we're going to add some red wine vinegar to this, along with sugar, of course, because it is a jam. We're going to put this on the stove, bring it up to a boil, and then just let this simmer for, I say, around an hour or until it becomes jammy, reduce, I would say, by half. And then once it cools, it's definitely going to become more jam-like. So be patient. One component out of the way, the other two to go. Next thing we're making is the sweet potato component. I'm going to make a puree out of mine because I'm not sure how they do it, but it's quite simple. I'm going to deskin all my sweet potatoes, cut them up into chunks, and then I'm going to steam them until they're basically nice and soft. Once you can poke a fork through, take out my blender, add a little bit of heavy cream. I ran out actually, so I added a bit of milk, of course, too, to thin it out a little bit more. I also add in some cumin for the earthy notes to help balance out all the sweetness from the sweet potato. I think it went pretty well together. Another component out of the way. Now the final one is the pesto. Because we're not really making a pasta with this pesto, I'm just going to use the food processor. Created some Parmesan. I've frozen some basil leaves for this, along with some olive oil. And in this case, I have hazelnuts because I couldn't find any pine nuts. So I'm just going to use another nut. Some garlic, salt, blitz everything together until it's nice homogeneous taste. And that's it. Probably the simplest one out of all of them. Time to assemble. We're going to set the bottom with the sweet potato puree. Then the pesto. Add in the tomato jam. Put our two burratas. I definitely did make this, by the way. Just bought them. Put them on top. Top it off with some sesame seeds. A little bit of flaky sea salt. Some black pepper. And then serve it along with some crusty bread. And there you go. Try to recreate one of my favorite dishes from one of my favorite restaurants. The Burrata spread, or they just call it Burrata, honestly. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and follow my Instagram at We Can Cooks. Thanks for the support.